Hello everyone and welcome to Yin Yoga. I was going to say just a bolster, but get your block too, or a thick book and two thick couch pillows. We will need them later. So have them on standby. So we're going to try something different. So I'm give you an option. So you can bring this leg back this way with the right leg forward. Or, if you feel so called, you can bring both of them back. If you've been doing Yin Yoga for a while, even before you met me, you may be comfortable here. Otherwise, if this is very uncomfortable, go ahead and bring one of the legs forward. And I will definitely need the block. Temporarily, maybe. We'll see. Just kind of playing around with it. Yeah. Play around with it. You may have to sit on it horizontally, meaning you may have to sit on it with it this way, or with the end up. Whichever calls to you. This is my first time doing this, so I'm challenging myself. Really good to stretch the adductors and into the shins, into your feet. So make sure that the top, as you can see, the top of my feet is on the surface that I'm on. And just breathe. And when it's no longer a challenge, move the block if you decided to use it. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now in through the right nostril. Down, down, down the right side of the spine and up the left side of the spine, out through the left nostril. That way you're breathing into that back body. And just because I let the block go, because my body feels like it's ready, doesn't mean you need to. Listen to your body. We're all on different journeys in yoga. If you have decided to do this, you can always push yourself forward just a little bit. You don't want to be this way. You do want to feel it, and then you can ease yourself on back when you exhale. On the left nostril. Use your hands if you need to kind of just brace yourself a little bit, but keep your back straight. That's a whole other feeling. But if you're like me and you stand a lot and you've been having a lot of glute and sciatic type issues because it's been cold outside, and even with the heat on your cold because the temperatures drop, trust me, you need this. And just listen to your body. When you're ready, just ease on back. But stay and keep the position. If you have to come out just a little bit, bring your hands forward, come up just a little, and then exhale yourself right back down. Whatever works for you. Those are some ideas for you. Okay, we've been in this position about 4 minutes. Let's keep going. We can do this. Even if we have to come out a little bit and come back in, we can do it. And just think of the areas. So you're working on your gallbladder a little bit, if you're filling in the glute. And then you're working on various lines, various meridian lines that correlate with the organs in the body. So you're not just, creating small tears in the fibers of the muscle and the tendon. You're also working with various organs in your body that the meridians relate to. Some people also call them acupressure points, which run along the meridians. You're working with those as well. You can even call them reflex points if you know Tuina, same thing. So working with the gallbladder, working with and here in the adductor you have the liver points. You have the stomach points. Those are yin points. So anything you cannot see, anything that's in the dark, that's considered yin or feminine, that's what you're working with. But you're also working with if you're feeling it on the outside, like the IT band area, that's also the gallbladder area. So you're also working with the yang points, but in a different way, if that makes sense. Feel free to leave questions in the comments if you want to know more. Just watching the time, y'all. Keep breathing into that back body. And as your body relaxes, go ahead and come to a sitting like this kind of sitting position. You may not be feeling it a little bit inside the hip. That's good. You also really may be feeling it at the tops of your feet. That is also good. If you decided to extend the right leg, switch, okay? Switch and extend the left leg. Okay, we're hitting the 7 minute. We're almost at 8. Once we hit 8 and 30 seconds or something like that, we can fully extend and recoil. You'll really experience a huge recoil. Highly recommend that you foam roll before doing something like restorative yoga or working out. If you know nothing about that, watch out for that. That should be coming out on the 8th at 10 o'clock. Watch out for that. Okay, we're almost there, y'all. 15 seconds. And counting. Okay, so, bring yourself up. Use your hands to bring yourself up. Slowly bring the legs out. Come to a seat. And you will feel the blood coming back. Please slowly extend for your knees' sake. If you did have issues with your knees doing that, then that is not part of your journey. Let go of that. Then now we're going to do a forward fold. So you have the option of putting the bolster, and I know you've seen this in several videos, you have the option of putting the bolster on your lap, inhaling, exhaling forward, or you can just, so I'm going to shake out, y'all, since my feet are really recoiling, which is a good thing. Feel free to shake out what you've just done to get your body back. Or if you know you're going to go for it anyway, then you don't need the bolster. So inhale up. Exhale, bring yourself forward, clasping your calves. You can clasp your ankles wherever your hands can reach. And what's going to end up happening, because now we're paying attention to the back, so we're talking about the gallbladder. We're talking about also the bladder areas. We're talking about the kidney, because the kidney points are right here. And as we continue to go forward, we're talking also about the gallbladder, where your piriformis is, and the glutes, that point, and you'll know it because you'll feel it. I'm trying to remember other points. You're talking about, if you're pointing your feet, you're talking about the stomach and the spleen areas. If you're pointing your feet to you, like I am like this, and then here in the calves, I don't recall those points yet, but there's a lot of points that you are releasing right now when you're doing this. So bladder is what's very the same. Bladder is also being released. So yes, you may have to go to the bathroom after this, and that's okay. That's awesome, actually. So we just hit 11. Our goal is to get to 16, so we have 5 minutes. And just allow yourself to go forward, flattening your back as you do. And don't worry, I know for a lot of us, including ourselves, it's not good to do this too much, which is why you will need your bolster and your block later. Relax the legs, each muscle in the legs. Relax your arms, and if you feel so called, move them forward. Maybe just toward the ankles, if not on them. And if you can reach your feet, that's great. Breathe into that chest and back body. Nice full breath. Allowing yourself to come forward more. If you see me rubbing my arms, it's because I'm just feeling that skin. It feels like it's cracking inside, if that makes sense, because whatever I've put on it is now leaving. Inhale and exhale. Into that back body, let go. If you're tired of the toes pointing to you, you can release them. And feel where else you're feeling your body make space. Allow your low back to make space as well. You'll notice that my wording is different than other yoga instructors because I know other people are recovering from trauma. So I've been trained to shift my words, and that way there won't be any triggers. People don't need to take yin yoga or restorative yoga and be triggered. So I have shifted my words. But whatever comes to you when I say make space. If you have gone as far as areas where your belly is almost touching your thighs, then you can allow your head to face your thighs by bringing your chin down slowly. But if you feel a curve, come back up. And you'll definitely start to feel it in that gallbladder piriformis area. So if you feel that stretch, that little bit of stretch, you are there, because that's the only place I feel it. Eventually, yes, you will feel it in the whole entire glute, but for me, that's where it starts. Feel free to research and see if that's where it is for you. Continue to breathe into the low back. One more breath. Now crawl your hands forward. We have made it to the 16. Now, you can either put the bolster on top of the block, like so. Can you? Yeah. Making sure y'all can see what I'm doing. And you can, if it calls, go back into that position we were in earlier. Or you can just do this. I'm bringing my knee back and my foot on top of the knee by bending. Okay? That way we're making space for other areas. Coming back slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And I will cue you when to go the other way. You may have to ease your back into it because you've been forward. So breathe into the discomfort that you're feeling in the low back. It will pass. It's just unwinding. You should feel similar sensations in the low back that you felt in your legs because it's been stretched. And you can bring your hands, if you really want to ground, palms on the surface that you're on. If not, you can bring your hands up or on your lap, over your heart, over your tummy, however, whatever calls to you. Turning my head so I can stretch my neck as well. Feel free to do that. Okay, if your back is settled, you have the option of just slowly coming out and turning the legs the other way, or you may need to sit up and do it that way, whichever calls to you. Four more minutes, y'all. 4 more minutes. And remember, we're also listening to our bodies. Again, if you feel so called, you can turn your head the opposite way you had it, just to stretch the neck. Okay, slowly come out, moving that right leg forward real slow, or using your hands to set up first and then moving the right leg out of that position. Slowly extend, and then using your hands, not your abs, to bring yourself into sitting. Thank you so much for joining me for 24 minutes of Yin Yoga.